Hi friends, welcome back to Bonsai Kapla's Creations. Today we are going to see wiring technique. This wiring is a technique. So to master this technique, we have to practice a lot. So to get good wiring, to get a good shape in the plant, the perfect wiring is very important. So what are the how to wire the plant and which type of plants you can wire, when to wire the plant. So all these things we'll discuss here today. Now before wiring we need some tools. The first is the wire. This is the aluminum wire. This is the anodized aluminum wire. So this aluminum wire is very soft. So when you are bending this one, it can take the shape of the trunk line. So it won't hurt the trunk line. Then you can see a smooth curve here. So this type of wire is needed for the bonsai plants to wire to get a shape in the plant. Now second is the wire cutter. So any type of wire cutter is good enough to cut the wires and and 2-3 gauges of wire. This is one gauge of wire and this is another gauge of wire, and gauge wire is also there, that is very thick, and 0.1 mm to 0.1 mm to 6 mm wires are also there. So depending on the thickness of the plant we are wiring. Now before wiring, first how to select a wire, now usually what we will do now, if the plant is this much thick, we take the 1/3 thickness of the wire. So here 1/3 thickness of the wire, you can see it clearly. I take it near to the branch. Come dear. Now we will concentrate on the wiring here. This branch we have taken for practice, and we can see the thickness. One thickness, general rule is 1/3 thickness of the trunk or branch. Now we are selling. So when you are wiring now, we can wire the plant during the before growing season. We can do it in the growing season also, that is in the spring. But what happens now in the spring season, the growth will be very fast, and we have to be careful about when you are wiring, that wire should not damage the trunk line. That is the main thing. You can do it any season. In winter, don't do it for on the junipers and maple trees and temperate countries trees. But in our tropical countries, we can do some experiments on wiring with wires. Now here, usually the deciduous trees are in the fall season we'll do the wiring. So what is happening now, when the leaves or all of the leaves were falling down, that type we can do the wiring. So like that, wiring can be done in any season, sometime except in the winter. If the very heavy winter is there, that time we won't do any wiring. Now see, now this time we are first what we have to do. When you are wiring now, we need some first we are going to practice on this branch. So this branch is little bit hard. So first wiring, when you are wiring now, first we have to anchor the wire. First we have to see the health of the plant. If the plant is they just reported, don't do wiring. If the plant is not healthy, if any fungal infection or any insects are there, don't do wiring. Only when the plant is healthy, so you can do wiring, because during the wiring we are bending the branches and we are giving a shape to the plant, and we are cutting and pruning, and lot of activity is going on the plant. So but the plant has to take the stress of that one. This guy should be very healthy to take the stress of this one. This guy, this branch or this plant or this trunk should be healthy. So study the plant. If the plant is healthy, then you can do wiring. And the season also, so only in the, as I told you, only in the winter we have to be careful, otherwise anytime we can do wiring. Now, first to start with wiring, we have to anchor. Anchoring means we have to take the support of the trunk line or the branch. So then only the wiring. So first we have to give a turn, one turn or two turns. Now we have to only bend this branch, not the entire this trunk line. So to bend this branch, what we will do now, first we'll cut this one. Hi friend, here now two gauges of wires are there. This is 1 mm and this is 2 mm. So these two wires, for this one, if you are doing this wire with this wiring, this plant can't be bent. And if you are doing this one, this is little bit thick and we can take the strength of the strong branch, and the branch can be bend easily the way you want. So we are taking the, if you see this one, this is 1/3 of this. See the thickness, it is 1/3 of this trunk line. 1/3 of this branch. So we are taking this wire and we are start wiring. When you are wiring now, first we have to take the support of the main trunk. If you are not taking the support of the main trunk, what happens I will show you. First we will do main trunk support and we will do bend the wire. We are wrapping two rounds here, one round and second round. Now it is coming down. When you are bending the branch on the clockwise, you have to take the wire on clockwise only. When you are bending the branch in anti-clockwise, you have to bend the branch. Wire you should come above the branch like this. So the way you are bending the branch is also very important, because what happens, I will show you that one also. First we are wiring the on the from the down, and we are going to the top, going down and going to the top and coming down, and again we are going up. Here when we are doing like that, there is the gap between these two wraps, this one round and this is a one another round. So the gap between the two rounds should be same, it should be same enough, and the angle of bend of the wire should be 45 degrees. 45 degrees to 60 degrees is okay. Now again, then there should not be any loose between the, there should not be any gap between the wire and the branch. It should be it should be wrapped around nicely, and there should not be any gaps between the wire and the branch. If there are gaps are there, the branch cannot bend easily. Now we are taking wire like this and going up and on. Now any leaves or branches are there, then we should not do put the I will show you now. Now this is the leaf. We should not bend the, we should not wire the branch with the leaf. The leaves and the branches, whatever there on the trunk line and the branch, whatever you are wiring, they should be free from wiring. Now this leaf is free, this leaf is free, you can see this leaf is also free. Alternate leaf system is here in this plant, so all these leaves are free. Like that, if any branches are there, they should free from the wiring. Now here going down, then again beneath this leaf it is coming up and going down, and again it is going in the clockwise direction now, because I want to move the branch in the clockwise direction. That's why I am wiring this branch in the clockwise direction, like this. And many leaves are here now. Make them free from wiring, and okay, cut the wire over there. If you see here, it is the anchoring. It is anchoring the main. This is the trunk line and this is the branch. These two are the branches and this is the trunk line. If you can see here, now this plant is having already 2 rounds of wrapping around the main trunk line and it is going up. So with this anchoring, the plant can be bent easily. That is the main thing of giving this anchoring gives strength to the branch to bend easily and to be in the correct shape. So we have to do one wrap or 2 wraps around the main trunk line and give a and take it to the up tip to the top portion and go around this one along the wiring and go to the top. You can cut the wire. Now I am going to wire this branch and I will show you. Now first I told you, first we have to anchor the main trunk line. Now what happens if you are not anchoring the main trunk line? I will show you. We will take a thin wire. This is a little bit thick one. We will take a thin wire and we will do wiring. This is the 0.5 mm wire we are taking. Now here we are not anchoring. Just we are starting on the branch only. Small branch leaf is there. Wire going down. Going down and coming up like this. Now there is no anchoring. The wiring is started on the only on the branch here. Now if you are leave this one, it will be hanging in the air. Without this support, like this, it is very difficult to bend this one. Now if you see here, this branch is not having any anchoring. This wire is hanging in the air. So if you bend it also, after some time slowly this branch comes up to its usual place. That's why we are doing the anchoring here to show you all what happens if you won't anchor the branch. So friends, it is better to take some support of the main trunk line while wiring and go to the branch. Like this we have to go. This is the perfect wiring and gives strength to the it gives some shape to the plant, and it will be in the good style. The plant will get a good style. That is the main purpose of the wiring. And anchoring is also there with the main trunk line and this branch. So when you are bending the branch, you have to put your hand below the branch and you have to move it. You can move it down. You can move it down and like this. Now as I told you, I want to move this branch in the clockwise direction. So I did clockwise wiring. So that means now you want to move this one wire this in this way, because I want to expose these leaves towards this side. So to do this one, hold the branch carefully and slowly move the branch towards upside. So here this wire gives support to this entire branch. Now we are moving in this, like this. Entire branch in the clockwise direction. See, they are now turning towards your side, camera side. So that's the way I did wiring here on this branch. This is the clockwise direction. This is with a single wiring. This way of doing this with a one wire, that is called as a single wiring. Now we have taken another branch and we are wiring this one in the clockwise direction, and we'll move the plant in the anti-clockwise direction. I will show you what happened. Going down, and we are the wire is coming down from the branch and going up and coming down and going up. It is this leaf is there, so we have to be careful and leave that space and move forward. We should be in the 45 degrees to 60 angle. 45 is the best one. We can put it in the 65 degrees also, depending on the gauge of the wire what we are taking. So now this is the wiring we did, and the wiring, after doing the wiring, now we are moving in the anti-clockwise direction. We are going backwards. So now this wiring is perfect here. It is just moving along with the branch line. When you are moving we did it in the clockwise direction. When we are moving in the anti-clockwise direction, what happens I will show you. Now you can see the gaps here. Before there are no gaps. Now here we can see the lot of gaps are there because of the, you can see here. This is one gap and this is another gap. Here. Now first branch, there are no gaps here and everything is perfect. In the first branch, there are no gaps between the wire and the branch. Here, because of we did in the clockwise direction and move the plant in the anti-clockwise direction, so there are many gaps are there between the wire and the plant. So that time the plant can't get a perfect shape. this is a bad wiring. This way of doing this one is a bad wiring. We have to be careful the which way you want to. First we have to think about before wiring. First we have to think about the branch in the which direction you want to move. If you want to move it in the clockwise direction, do it in the clockwise way. And if you are move it in the anti-clockwise direction, and move it in the anti-clockwise way. Now I will show you how to do anti-clockwise direction of wiring. I will remove this wire. If I do in the on the same branch, no, it will be very clear. If I will take another branch, it won't. It will be difficult to understand. Now we did it in the clockwise way. Now we are going to do it in the anti-clockwise direction. I'll remove the leaves. Then you can see it clearly. Now you can see everything clearly now. What we are doing now? We are doing in the anti-clockwise. We going up above the branch. We are going up above the branch and coming down and taking the turn here and going backwards. Going in the anti-clockwise. Going down, up. First time we came up and down. Now we are going down and the up. Going down, up, going down and the up. Like this you have to move. See the movement of the wire. No, there are no air gaps are between the wire and the branches. Now what we are doing? We are moving the in the anti-clockwise way. So this is the branch. We are moving in the anti-clockwise way. Now are there any gaps here? Nothing. No gaps. That is perfect wiring. This is a good wiring. This is the technique we have to learn while wiring the branches. The which way you want to wire it. Then one more thing is that when you are bending, how to bending down the branch, how to wire it. When you are turning, working up, how to wire it. First, the main thing is the turning. When you are turning this one, if you want to turn it in the clockwise way, do it in the clockwise wiring or clockwise wiring. If you are doing it in the anti-clockwise way, do it in the clockwise anti-clockwise direction. There should not be any gaps between the wire and the branch. That is main important thing to get. We have to get a perfect structure for perfect style to the plant. These are the main points to have to keep in your mind, and we can do wiring. This is the first lesson of wiring technique. Then we will continue forward and which type of wires and how many gauges are there, how many types are there. Those all those things are all those things and all those explanation has given in the another video. Then it is on my YouTube channel. You can watch it and you can see that video. Everything explained clearly. You can go to that my channel and you can see clearly how many types of wires are there on how to do wiring, and that is explained clearly. So this is the first lesson of wiring. Then this is called as if you are doing in the main trunk line. If you are doing in the main trunk line, it is called as a structural wiring. It is called as structural wiring because you are giving a shape to the plant. You can move the plant like this. See, now movement is also in the clockwise direction, like this. Slowly, where the wire is there, there you have to bend the branch. Now the plant is in the S shape and you can see perfect wiring here. This is the wiring. So when to remove, this is now we learn single wiring technique. This is called as the single wiring technique. If you are doing on the main trunk line, that is called as a structural wiring. And after this we will get a doubt when to remove the wiring. We have to, if it is a growing season, it depends on the, in 3 to 4 months we have to see the growth of the plant, and if the these wires they are holding the branch tightly, then you have to remove. So if you are leave it there like that, there will be some this one wire marks on the trunk line, and that it won't give a good look to the main trunk line. So we have to be careful before the wire marks comes, that if any little bit it is touching the brand, we can see clearly. Once the plant starts growing, no, we can see clearly the wire can just touch the branch or main trunk line, and that time, that is the time to remove the wiring and see the, if the plant is in the shape as you want, and then it's okay. Otherwise, wait for 7 days or 10 days, then you can rewire it again. Now I will show you how the wire might, if you are leaving that like for 6-7 months or 1 year, how the wire marks will be there on the branch or trunk line. I will show you that plant also. Friends, you can see here how I have given a shape here. Like this, I have given a shape to the one of the branch, and another main trunk line has taken a shape like this. Like this. Here it has taken a, now two branches are there. Now I have to do wiring for the smaller secondary branches now. Now here, once I left the wire on the main trunk line like this at least more than 8 months, now you can see the wire marks on the main trunk line. So this is the thing happens when you leave the wire, when we leave it in the nursery and you forgot to remove the wire, it happens like this. There will be wire marks. It takes little bit lot of time, that means maybe 1 year, 2 year to match these wire marks with the main trunk line or the main branch. So we have to be careful when you are wiring the plant. You have to remove before the wire marks comes onto the plant. Now I will show you another plant. I want to show you here. Now you can see here. These just they are merging with the branch. They are just merging with the branch here. So I can wait for 1 more month now. Then afterwards I will remove the wiring. So still time is there to remove the wire, and I will wait for 1 more month. I can remove the wire now. Here also. Here also you can see here. Here also the wire is just merging into the branch. This is a boxes varieties, boxes microphylla, China box we बोलते हैं. This plant is also called as the China box. And like this you can give a shape to the plant with wiring. To now I have shown you the single wiring. This is called as the double wiring. how to do double wiring also will be in the next video. Then first practice this one and master the art of wiring. That is mainly important. When you are removing the wires, know how to remove the wire without damaging the brand. So what, how to remove the wire? Keep this one down. This is the wire. With a wire cutter, just cut the wire. Like this you have to cut the wire and remove the wire. So that is the way of removing the wire. So this is the branch we did wiring. Hi friends, now we today our uh, today we learned how to do wiring, single wiring, and which way you can do, and how to, which are the plants we can do wiring. Almost all bonsai plants we can do wiring, and mastering wiring is also a technique. Just practice, practice, practice. Practice on the branches. Cut a branch of any stem and practice on the branches, and practice more and more. Do wiring, redo wiring, remove it, and redo wiring. Like that, practice the wiring and you will be perfect. You can master the wiring. So this is the way you have to do wiring and give a shape to the plant. I think you enjoy the video. Thank you friends for watching my video, and we meet again in the next video of the double wiring. Thank you so much.